My name is Julius, and I built this project with my teammates Allison and Lee. Our problem statement is that 5 million non-English speaking elderly live in the US and they can't read their prescription labels, and that's problematic both because they don't understand what they're taking, but also because they can't participate in their healthcare. Our solution is a mobile app to interface with prescriptions in their native language, increasing awareness and participation in what they're taking, and also hopefully increasing how well they take it in terms of what was prescribed. Here's what we built in 24 hours. First, we have a Figma prototype, just to show you a little bit of what the design we envisioned was. First, you can add a new medication. We don't want people entering it manually because they may not actually know what the medication name is on the label. So instead, we do it with an image. We read the text off of the image and then put it through an FDA database to get a bunch more data from the medication name and output it in a user-friendly fashion. And then we actually are able to interface with a label printer that prints out labels with big numbers, which sort of help patients who maybe aren't able to read the names of the medications that they're taking. So this is how it works. We say, let's start with one pill from the pill bottle labeled number 2, and then a few more from number 9, and then sort of it says, okay, you're done for now, right? And then later in the day, it would remind the user that at noon, next round. This is what we actually built in terms of a technical solution. So we have several GUIs that pop up. This is the image, same one from the Figma. And when we run it, we see that a GUI pops up. We're able to input that file name. But first we choose a language. We can choose from English, Mandarin, or Russian. We actually did start implementing the actual translation of the GUI. Once we send the file name, it gets inputted through the OCR program that we wrote, and it pulls all of the text from the image. So once we send it, you'll see it pop up in the terminal on the right. And once we actually do get the information back, it looks something like this. And we get the information in the bottom right of the terminal from the FDA API. How we built it, it's 100% Python. GUIs were built with PyQt. Text was read with OCR, as mentioned, and then OpenFDA and Google Translate APIs for the text translation. Here's a technical map. Feel free to pause if you'd like. But some issues we ran into. Number one was reading text from the curved bottles. So initially we considered array manipulation, but then we looked to OCR. And then locating the medication name in the returned text array. Because all of the text on the label was returned, we actually needed to find the actual medication name and all of that. In terms of business model, right? So our product would be a subscription platform. It would be insurance covered. There is incentive for insurance actually not only to cover it, but to market it because the platform is envisioned to sort of improve healthcare outcomes. And in terms of competitive pricing, we thought that $40 to start and then 99 cents a month afterwards would be appropriate. In terms of market viability, there are no US competitors. There are some companies in the UK that have similar products but aren't as comprehensive. The market size in the US is $200 billion, and no FDA approval is required since this tool does not diagnose, but rather it just assists in the healthcare process. Features we would continue to build out, we would substitute Google Translate because Google Translate in and of itself is not reliable and not always accurate. That brings its own issues of medical liability. And then also interfacing with hospital online medical records. We would build out the capacity to sort of read translated doctor's notes and translated test results to bring the whole ecosystem full circle. That's all.